Hello beautiful people, this is another beautiful week and my name is Jay on the MIC, alright? And this week we want to teach you something beautiful. In case you've been following our YouTube channel, I'm sure that you've seen that we want to keep you educated and not only that, also informed. Today we're going to be learning something very special, and that is the local delicacy of the South. That is the special soup, the Fisherman soup. We're at KB's kitchen, and can we just go in and see what's happening? Okay, today we are going to be cooking fisherman soup. Fisherman soup is a very amazing food that a lot of people love to eat, especially people from the South. I'm just going to take you through the process. Already I have prepared everything, so I'm just going to show you the ingredients you need to make a proper fisherman soup. Okay, so I'm going to start by first of all showing you the fish. For you to make a fisherman soup, you need to have your fresh fish, you need to have your crab, you need to have your prawns, and you need to have your periwinkle. Some people, sometimes they use a snail, but in this case we are not going to use snail. What we are going to use will be crab, prawns, and fish, and periwinkle without shell. So this is my fish. This fish is already boiled. The prawns is already boiled. I had to mix them together because I wanted to have a good stock, so I can use the stock for my fisherman soup. The stock is very important because without the stock you cannot get a proper taste. What I mean by the stock there is the water. The water, when boiling it, you know, that's what I call the stock, which is very important. And then apart from the fish, the crab, and the prawns, and the periwinkle that we are going to be using, another thing that you need also to make a proper fisherman is you need a proper palm oil. You need an onions. My onions is already sliced. You need a Maggi, and today I'm very specific about the kind of Maggi I'm using, which is Niger pot. That's what works for me. And then you need a little bit of okra. Okay, and then also you also need a thickener. My thickener, I've already prepared it, as you can see. This is what I'm going to use to thicken my fisherman soup. So I'm going to just take you through the process of cooking it. While introducing the palm oil, I'm cooking this for one, so I'm not cooking for many. So this is the quantity of the oil I'm going to use. Oh, sorry, I still had some little water on the pot. That's why you are hearing that sound. So we are just going to heat this for some seconds, you know, for it to get hot. And then the next thing we are going to introduce to this is going to be onions. Okay, so now you can see the oil is heated, and then you have to introduce your onions now. You have to introduce your onions. You stir it a bit, and after stirring it, you can now introduce your crab, your prawn. You can add some periwinkle. And you lower your gas, you know, so it won't get burnt. So I have introduced the stock, that's the water from the fish, the crab, and the prawns. So I have you're just going to wait for, say, 2 minutes for the water to get hot. And once it boiled, I'm going to introduce the thickener, which is very, very important when it has to do with fisherman. So for thickener, there are different kinds of thickener you can use. Sometimes people use pounded yam to thicken it. Sometimes they use flour to thicken it, and sometimes they use melon to thicken it. But the best thickener you can get is either pounded yam, or a flour, the general flour. Okay, so now, as you can see, my soup is boiling. So we are very close to, introducing the thickener. So in the next few seconds, I'm going to introduce the thickener, which will make my soup to be thickened, because if you leave it like this, it's just going to be watering, and if you eat it, you will not really enjoy it. Okay, so you have to stay it to just, you know, check and see if everything is okay. But before I introduce the thickener, very important, I'm going to add my Maggi. And first of all, I'm going to add just 1 cube. First of all, I'm going to add 1 cube to see if it's going to give me the taste that I need. Okay, it's not bad, that's good. So I'm going to introduce the thickener right away. So I'm going to put it, and then I'll have to stir it, and then allow it to boil. Okay, now my soup is thick enough, just the way I want it to be. So the next thing I'm going to introduce my okra. Okra is just to garnish the soup. Some people like it without okra, but I prefer adding a little bit of okra. So I'm just stirring it for it to, you know, to see how my fisherman soup is almost ready. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to introduce the fish, which is the last part. So I have my fish is inside right now, and then I've also added a little bit of osasi. Okay, so my fisherman soup is ready. It's ready. My fisherman soup is ready.
Okay, people, the fisherman soup is set, and you can see it served before me, and I want to do the tasting, right? So just watch. Let's see something here. This is very beautiful, and let's see how it tastes. This is super amazing. At KB's Kitchen, you just get the best. All right, to see more of these videos, just go to our YouTube channel. Do not forget to subscribe. Drop your comments and tell us what you want to see. All right, till I come your way next week, I remember humble self, Elisha Jr. Elisha. I catch you.